See this. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Very, very nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Can you see me well?
Yes, yes, all's good. Perfect. How's everything going? How's your day?
Good. I mean, it's long, but I'm keeping myself busy and, it's okay. I can complain. Really, I cannot complain. I'm healthy. My boyfriend is here with me.
Amazing. I
So,
love it. Yeah.
yeah.
um, yeah, all
How
right.
about you?
Well, I'm well too. It's like you say, it's a long day, and on Sundays I don't work at all. Well, that much. I only have the interview, so I spend most of the day, playing with the dog, playing in the couch, building a fort. Um,
That's
and
fun too.
yeah, that's it. All right, so let me just introduce you.
Mhm.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome
Oh,
to.
Emily. She
Oh,
works.
hi, Emily. No, that's okay. Welcome to the fifth, and welcome to Talking with the Stars.
Yeah.
Today we have Rachele Buriassi
Well
from.
said.
Yay! I practice from Les Grand Ballet Canadiens, and she's a principal dancer there. Welcome, Rachele. How
Thank
are you?
you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm excited. I'm happy to
Great.
be here and, talk
Yeah,
together.
amazing. Okay, let's start with your. How do you start dancing? How? What was your first years like? Your school life, all that.
So it's funny how I started dancing because my mom always loved ballet. But
Mhm.
the actual reason I started is because my mom was like, she's destroying the house. I need to get her tired.
Of
Because
course.
I was like, I had way too much energy. And because she always loved ballet, she sent me to a ballet school. And the teacher I was 3.5
Oh
years
my gosh.
old. The teacher was like, I can't take her. She's too young, like too tiny still. And my mom was like begging, like, please take her. So
Amazing.
then that's how I started actually. And I did not really like ballet first, if I have to be honest.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
what I wanted to become was a veterinarian because I love animals.
Of course, I love it. I wanted to be that too.
Yeah. So, but then around the age of 5 or 6, I watched Swan Lake on an Italian TV. And then I was like, that's when I decided, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna be a ballerina. Like, that's it.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you went to Germany, right, for school?
Yes. I mean, my first school was in France actually,
Oh,
because
okay.
I went to Rosella High Tower.
Mm,
Uh, yeah, for 3 years actually in France, in Cannes. So that's
amazing.
where I started. Actually, yeah, I left home. I was 11, very, very young.
Oh,
Yeah, to go to France. So that was my first school. I was there 3 years, and then after 3 years, I decided I wanted to change. So
hmm
I had a chance to take a audition with the John Cranko School in Germany,
hmm
and yeah, so then I went there. They got me. Oh, Fiorellino, sorry. There's
That's
hi.
okay. Hi, everyone.
um yeah, so they took me into the school with, and I was there for 4 years, and I graduated, and then I just joined the company right after. Oh, Aldo.
Hi, Aldo.
There are some people from Italy, but it's like 1 a.m. in Italy.
I know, I know. I was a little bit worried about that because I'm like, oh, I want everyone to watch, but just so you guys know, this will
Oh,
stay
hey.
here for 24 hours, and then we'll post it to our YouTube channel, so
Yeah.
nobody misses it.
Ciao, Aldo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Hmm.
totally fine. And then, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your life at Stuttgart Ballet
Yeah.
and all the amazing opportunities with different choreographers and going
Yes.
to the ranks?
So yeah, like I said, I started in France, and then which was great, and I loved to learn some French, method, and um, and then I moved to Germany because I needed to do something different. I needed to try something new. And then right when I graduated, when I finished, the director, which was Reed Anderson at the time, he offered me a job for the company, and he got me a corps de ballet contract right away. So yeah, like I didn't even have to go through like, you know, being in the situation where you're in between and apprenticed. I had like 2 other offers from some company in Germany, but I mean, Stuttgart was always a dream for me. And I mean, at the time also it was like one of the best company, which still is. So I was really happy, and I was very, very lucky that Reed Anderson really believed in me right away. So I joined the company. I was like 17 going to 18, and then with 19 he gave me my first principal role, which was team and variation from Balanchine.
Oh my gosh, very easy.
So it was very, I mean, I was really happy, but I remember just being a little like overwhelmed because it was really, really hard. And I don't know, I mean, maybe now I will have more problem doing it, just because when I was younger I was more like, you know what I mean, like I couldn't really think. I was more like,
Totally.
yeah, like just,
yeah, when we're younger, like we're not scared of doing much.
Yes, Lawrence, I was 19. And you know who was my partner? Eva McKee.
Really?
Yeah, he was my first
Wow.
I danced with him, and he was still, I think, like a second soloist, or we were like kids. So yeah, I was 19. It was I was very frightened, but then what was good was that after that show, Reed really trusted me, and then from there on, it just, my career started, and he kept on giving me more and more roles. Then I got promoted to half soloist quite fast. I was lucky. And then after I was promoted half soloist, he took me actually to Toronto to do the Eric Broom competition.
Amazing.
And I did not win. But yes, it was also a very nice experience for me, because that's a very, very important competition in Toronto.
It's a beautiful competition. I've seen it at least twice, and it's beautiful.
At the time, the winner was Corey Stearns, that he's in ABT.
Right.
Yeah, and I was dancing with William Moore, which is principal in Zurich Ballet right now.
Nice.
And yeah, so then I got to dance on that 2 deals. So the lot of role, that's when I got promoted to first soloist.
Amazing.
And yeah, I mean, I got a chance to dance a lot of John Cranko's ballet, and danced a lot of Balanchine, and a lot of like big names, Killian, like Stuttgart has like 4 side already, like Stuttgart has a lot of amount of of choreographers. And then, well, then after the last, it was like I was there for 10 years. The last 2 years, I started to think about how I wanted to like experience more. Like I was very happy there, but I was kind of starting to get very comfortable.
I see.
I don't do really good with comfortable. I need challenge. I need to be always feed myself with something new. And then at one point I was like, I've never really experienced America. Like I was lucky with Stuttgart Ballet that I got to dance in like Japan, in China, like everywhere in the world, Korea, like so many tours. And America was the only place that I've never been at the time. And I have to say, I have a big, big spot in my heart for Balanchine. I love dancing Balanchine ballet. And so yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna try and go to America, which was hard because I had no connection. I didn't know anyone. I was just me on my own. Like,
how did you handle the transition? Did you talk to your director at Stuttgart, or?
Yeah, so like it wasn't easy, because you know, he really, like, I was like his baby. He really gave me a lot. Like I if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't probably be where I am right now, because he trusted me from the age of like 17. And it was not easy to do the transition, because I really wanted to go, but also it was really hard after 10 years, you know, plus the school 4 years, so it would be 14 years, and leave the whole staff and all my colleagues and the city, and you know, it wasn't easy. And he was okay. Let's say.
All right.
He understood that it wasn't for me only, also for ballet, also for private life. I needed a little more, you know. So yeah. And then after he understood that it had nothing to do with him or the company, Lawrence is laughing. He was very helpful, and he helped me to make the transition, because you know how sometimes when you go to auditions, like there is some places where the director actually just doesn't even show up to class.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember him being really nice and actually sending a message to Miko, which at the time was the director, which he still is at Boston Ballet, and was like, I'm not gonna send Rachele all the way to America if you're not gonna be there to watch the class. So he actually helped me, which was nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the only company I was really interested in were San Francisco Ballet, Boston Ballet, and I always loved New York City Ballet, but I know it's like impossible to get in, so it was already like, okay, no. I had two choices, and Boston Ballet was the first one who like answered me back and invited me to come to take class. So when I went and I took class with the company, it was at the Opera House, the Boston Opera House. Miko gave me a contract right away, an offer.
Wow, beautiful.
And then I thought, it was like, okay, maybe it's just a sign, like, you know, I just accepted it. And I remember my mom was there with me. She came, and I was like, Mom, I'm moving to America. She was like, you went from France to Germany, and then even now on the other, you know.
And now you're even farther away from her.
Yeah, because then so I'm gonna keep going with the
yes please.
I was then in Boston Ballet for 4 years, and then just like 2 years ago, the director of Les Grand Ballet Canadien, which he used to be a principal dancer in Stuttgart Ballet a long time ago. I was a big fan of him, and he coached me a few times in Germany. He invited me here in Montreal for a gala des étoiles, like a gala. And then he offered me a job. He's like, oh, you know, I'm like, I just moved to Montreal. I'm trying to recreate the company. And would you be interested in come here and be my leading dancer? And at first, you know, it was a little like, it just came like that. I didn't expect. But then after 4 years in America, I realized a lot of the big difference there is between Europe and America, and my heart was really pulling me back to where I started, to my origins. And it wasn't a really hard choice. I decided right away to say yes, because Ivan, that my director right now, he's for me like going back almost to Stuttgart. And it's like me, it's like the mentality I like to work with. And so I decided right away. I was like, yes, I'm gonna work. It's not only, it has nothing to do only with the title, just really the fact that it was like going back to home, you know.
Yeah, so, I love Montreal because it does feels like you're in Europe.
And
I'm
in love with the city.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city for the arts, definitely. Yeah.
Totally. Like, I'm so happy. It's like the perfect mix. It's like being in America and Europe at the same time. So it's a little bit of both. So it's great.
Yes. And how are you feeling there with the very different repertoire?
I mean, at first it was like, it's different, the fact that like we have a different way of working and doing the shows, and a different way of represent the shows. But I mean, it wasn't hard to change, because Ivan is really trying to bring a lot of Stuttgart and Krankos ballet and like Uwe Scholz ballet. So like I said, like for example, we just before this all happened, we had a whole evening with Beethoven, Seventh Symphony from Uwe Scholz, which is a ballet I've danced already in Stuttgart, and was one of my favorite ballet. And then I got to do like the main role here, and it's like, I'm really happy. For me, it's good. And we were about to do Sleeping Beauty from Marcia Haide, which I already danced in Stuttgart, and she was gonna come and coach me for Aurora. So, you know, it's like,
yeah,
it's, at first it was hard because there is a lot of contemporary dancer too. But the company is very versatile, which I love. Like, the dancers, they can do anything. You know, I was very surprised by that. Like, they can really do everything. Yes. And Ivan is really doing a good job bringing people. You know, there is another 4 dancers from Stuttgart here. See, Evan McKee. I was talking about you, Evan.
Hi, Evan.
I was telling about how we had to dance Team and Variation together. Yeah, so yeah, it wasn't too hard.
That's good. That's amazing.
Yeah.
One of the questions that I like to ask is, what is your most performed role?
Oh, to perform, the most performed role.
Yeah, like aside from Nutcracker, because I understand Nutcracker
well,
is the one thing.
For me, it was, I did only for 4 years really, because we don't do it in Stuttgart, so I'm okay. It's not too bad for me. Most performed role is really. I know. I love how my boyfriend is like translating to me.
Yeah.
He's like, I know, I'm just thinking. Ballo della Regina.
Oh, that's beautiful.
No, that's so true. I don't know what I performed so much really, because like changing so many companies really. I never really had to repeat things more and more. Probably Kranko's ballet. Like,
wow, that's amazing.
Or I don't know, like you know, we would do it every year. So I think it's like the Nutcracker of Stuttgart.
Right.
You know?
Right. Amazing.
So I think it would be like, yeah, like Taming of the Shrew and the Romeo and Juliet, and like the, you know, because.
Okay. Yeah. And do you have a special performance of one of these roles from Kranko that you will say it changed your life in a way, or it's such a memorable performance for you?
Yeah, it's it's definitely Swan Lake Odette Deal from Kranko, because first it was the real like first ballerina big like 3 acts ballet that I've danced. And the Kranko version is really beautiful because as you know, Kranko, it wasn't like really a super classical choreographer. He is a classical choreographer, but for example, the 4th act of Kranko is just amazing because it's so touching. And I don't know, I just remember being on stage and enjoying the music and those steps so much and feeling really like frightened, like a swan.
Right.
And
amazing.
Also, it was the role that like got me promoted. You know, he promoted me right the night of my premiere. My whole family was there. Like, it was, yeah. And yeah. I think that was the show that will ever always be in my head.
That's amazing. I love, this is one of my favorite questions actually, because I love hearing you guys, your experiences.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the questions that all the girls always like to ask is, what kind of punches do you wear and how do you prepare them?
Okay, so I'm using Wear Moi right now, and I've changed to Wear Moi from Free like 5 years ago. But in Stuttgart, most of the girls we used to use Free. It's like, I guess, a little bit. Oh, my sister's there. Hey. Yeah, so I do wear Moi right now. What I like about Wear Moi is that there is like 3 different choice only. Like you can get hard, extra hard, or extra hard, and like 3 kind of shapes. Meanwhile, with Freed, I always had a hard time looking for the maker and the perfect maker and this and this and this. So where moi, I don't really have to do much to my point shoes right now. I'm lucky because all I do is I do cut the inside, right? You know, where the foot. Oh my God, Francesco Ventriglia. Hi.
Oh, ciao.
I do really cut the shoe right where, you know, the foot bends. And I explain you why. Not only helps me to get on the point, but I have really hyperextended legs. And it's really hard to dance on hyperextended legs because your weight is never on. You're like always a little bit back. So cutting the shoes really helps me to stay on top of the shoe instead of just, you know, it really helps for hyperextended. It really helps. I can tell you so much about hyperextended legs because
that's actually perfect because I know you have hyperextended legs, and this is such a huge topic. In a very short way, what will you best tips for hyperextended girls will be?
So it's first of all, I can tell all the girls, like, I'm sorry because I know how hard it is. It's really much harder than people think. When I was young, I didn't really think about it too much because, you know, it was like natural talent, and, you know, it looks pretty and you're just like really like hanging there.
Yes.
But you then realize like how it can affect, for example, the Achilles. I always had a lot of Achilles problem for the fact that I was always like, you know, sitting the hyperextended legs and the knees, and then most of the time the balance. So what I would advise first, I know it sounds weird, but the bar is much better to do in soft shoes than point shoes. Because if you have hyperextended legs, with point shoes, it's so much easier to just sit. But with when you're with soft shoes, you know, you can't just sit. You can really try and pull and make the leg not almost bend, but like own kind of, you know. And so yeah, the bar mostly with the soft shoes, and you really need to like do a lot of like workout to make the muscles next to the knees strong.
Right.
Because what happens is, I'm gonna show you.
Yes, please.
Go like that, right? So this muscle most of the time is not really working. So you wanna like, so I had to do a lot of workouts for that. And I'm still, you know, still now I haven't stopped. I have to do a lot. And yeah, so point shoes, cutting the point shoes, that's for sure helps, I tell you. Perfect. That's like, at first it can feel painful, like right, you know, where the thing is cut, but it will really help to stand on the over and not down. And do the bar with soft shoes and really hard, but really try to cross, because when you think we're cross, we're not, because our leg goes like boom, you know.
Just pushing you.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my personal favorite question.
Yeah.
If you could choose to train with to have a coach, anyone, dead or alive, who would that be?
Okay. Oh, Asia, ciao. This is a hard question actually, because in my career, maybe apart from 2 or 3 people, I've always loved to just get an amount of different information for everyone. But I think I would really love to just work like one day with John Cranko, because for me he's a genius. Right. And balancing as well too, though. Like those kind of big names, just to know one day how they are, how they, you know, communicate. I think that Cranko would be my number one, just because I've always been such a fan of his ballet, and you know, he created the first ballerina actress really with Marcia Haide. You know, so I think I would love to spend the day with him actually. Yeah.
That'll be nice. That'll be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Lauren.
Sorry.
I love her friend, Lauren. I see my friend Lauren. He used to
Hi.
dance in Stuttgart.
Well, if anyone has a question, please make sure to send us your question so that she
I'm
can
pretty
answer.
sure Lawrence has one.
Oh, believe me, I have a question from Lawrence already. Okay, so why don't you tell us a funny story that happened to you on stage, perhaps?
Let's see. Oh my god, there's so many. I mean, when you fall on stage, it's always kind of like sad but funny at the same time. I could probably think that what's one time I thought it was really funny is when like you know how we have those skirts and then under the skirt you have to put the extra underwear. And I completely forgot to put it. And then the whole variation, you're like, oh my god, I'm just gonna do a grandma. And like, I thought that was really funny because I remember going to the side, I was in Stuttgart, and tell my friend, I was like, my god, I forgot to put the underwear, the extra underwear, you know, and on top of the tights. Right. And then so the whole dance, I just remember laughing and laughing because of, I don't know, I was feeling so uncomfortable and like thinking about, you know.
That's amazing. I feel like that's happened to all of us.
I know. I think it's so funny. It's like so weird, right? Because you feel like so free. And you're like, oh no. But then there's so many other times, like when maybe you fall, or actually one of the last time was, yeah, I felt like actually one of the shows here, but was one show in Boston was Cinderella, and I completely forgot the choreography. What? Yeah, like I don't know what happened, but we were supposed to do like 5 periods from 5th, and I did only 4. And I remember going and just seeing my friend, and she was like, and then I stopped in the middle of the stage because I couldn't like catch up. Oh my god! I think that was funny. I think it was at the end of the season, you know. I was already thinking about all I think I have to do to like change company and country, and I don't know. It was like, but it was funny because it was. I just stopped on stage and I was like, I couldn't like think what was next. What ballet was that? Cinderella. Cinderella. Hilarious. Yeah. See, Lawrence remembers that. It was... I want to see a video of that. Oh my god! But because I literally stopped and I was like I was so lost. Like, what am I? I was going to say that one. Oh my god, Lasha is here. Lasha was my partner for Boston Ballet for every nutcracker of my life. Nice. I'm pretty sure I'm seeing him on your pictures. Yeah. Okay. Why don't you tell us what is your experience working on Balanchine ballets? Or more like, I guess my question is like, how do you approach all of the different styles? Okay, so I must say, I feel like really fulfilled because dancing in Stuttgart and dancing in America and dancing here, I really had a chance to dance anything in my life. You know, from Cranko to Balanchine to Forsyth, like, and it's always very different, obviously, you know. The Balanchine ballet, I always enjoyed dancing Balanchine ballets, and I think because, you know, Balanchine ballets are really, he really has a love for women, and when you dance the spa, you just feel so free and so sexy too, you know, you feel like a woman. And but the process has always been hard because, like, I don't know, for example, another one I danced, Allegro Brillante, for me was one of the hardest ballet too. The lead role is really, really hard. It's like 12-15 minutes of hell, like almost like Team and Variation, but like in a different way. I just remember Balanchine ballet crying a lot before because I will always get 3 days before a show and not manage a full run because I was dying, you know. And but at the same time, I remember the fun I had on stage. That was like where you can like give that extra, you know. Meanwhile, classical ballet, it has to be more elegant and like, you know, strict, and So I have always really good memories of dancing Balanchine ballet. Like that's for sure. Like Prodigal Son, I had a lot of fun, and Allegro Brillante for temperaments. One of the last ballet in Boston I did was Piano Concerto Number 2. For example, that one was a killer too, you know. So with Balanchine, it's like that, like love and hate, I would say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So fast, and it
Yeah.
goes so quickly. What is your favorite Balanchine ballet?
Oh wow, this is hard. Favorite Balanchine ballet? I don't know. I think it's hard. I love Prodigal Son, but at the same time, I think like Serenade is so beautiful.
So beautiful.
I love that one. I love watching it. Cover music. I don't know. I never had a chance actually to dance, and I would have loved to, but I love watching it. I just love watching the whole, the light, the music, and everything. I think so. It's my favorite.
Okay, and speaking of like how many roles you got into dance, is there any role that you haven't danced that you would love to?
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Like for example, one of my favorite ballet is Lady of the Camellias from Johnny Meyer. I got to Manon, like I did Prudence and Manon, but I never got a chance to do Margaret, which I understand, and I think it's better because I was too young, probably, to, you know, be a really good Marguerite. But I think that's like my dream role. I like to tell story and act. I'm not a fan of too much of an abstract. I like drama and story ballet.
Right.
Maybe because I'm Italian. I don't know.
I think so. It's the whole romance language, you know. Great. Okay, so let us get into the little lightning round.
Okay.
Yes. It's not too fast or whatever. But I do have fun questions. Okay, very quickly. What do you prefer, jumps or turns?
Jumps.
Okay. Oh, I would think that you were a turner.
Yeah, but I just love the feeling of being in the air.
I get you. Yeah, for sure. Tandis or pliés?
Pliés.
Okay. Valentino or Prada?
Prada. Italia. More like.
Okay. Oh wow. Hi Taylor. I don't know if you remember me.
Taylor. Yeah.
Okay. Poutine or pizza?
Ooh. Poutine. I don't know.
You're betraying the motherland.
Yeah, both.
Okay, so this question was submitted by Lawrence. If it's a light of death situation and you absolutely have to choose one, or else you'll die, pineapple pizza or Alfredo pasta?
Oh my god, this is a hard one.
I can see why.
Oh my god, I don't know. I would probably just.
You die.
But for sure, Alfredo pasta. Pineapple pizza shouldn't exist in the world.
Okay. I kind of like it. No, just kidding. Oh no,
no,
I'm not gonna say anything else.
Don't say that. You're Mexican, right?
I am Mexican, yes. It's like having a hard shell
like
taco.
If you eat steak and you put like, I don't know, a strawberry on top, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a banana on top of a steak.
Well, yeah, the equivalent, I would say, it's the hard shell tacos, the Taco Bell version of Mexican food. Yeah,
exactly. It's the same for us.
that shouldn't happen. Okay, so Odile or Odette?
Oh, it's funny because I'm very like strong, charismatic, but I think I love Odette.
Nice.
She's so like. Florence is dying.
Please, people, send us our questions for more lightning round. Okay, so, and kind of the same tone, Giselle or Kitri?
Kitri.
Love it. Have you done Giselle before?
Not Giselle, no. I did Mirta because I was always more for these roles. Yeah, but definitely Kitri.
That was something that I wanted to ask you actually. Do you find yourself that you get typecasted? Like, I'll do the stronger personality roles or like the big adagios or things like that?
Yes. And it's funny because in Stuttgart, I was always more like the girl that would do like Kitri, Theme and Variation, like those roles, even though I got to do that to Deal, Manon, blah, blah, but I was always more in that box. And then, so actually all the time I always thought, that's my girl. I always thought I was more to that kind of dancer. Then it's fine. I moved to America and suddenly I was the opposite. I was the slow dancer and, you know, soft and blah, blah, blah. And I don't really see myself in any box because I feel like I could do both, anything. But I think most of the time people see me more as a strong, like a strong character. That's for sure. Like I said, you would not cast me for Giselle. You would probably cast me for Mirta if you see me, you know.
I would love to see you in Giselle. Just saying.
Thank you.
That, you know, can you imagine that developed to the side with those legs? Oh my gosh, dying.
With the hyperextended? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lawrence is asking, what is your favorite Queen song? You have to pick just one.
Just one. Oh, he's asking tough questions. He knows me so well.
He knows you best.
One song only? I mean, maybe I'll just go for Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean,
good choice.
You know, this like Mama is like, just when he sings like Mama, is like I'm melting.
That's it.
Yeah, there's so much in that song, and I'm a big fan of Queen.
I love it, and I actually did like the movie a lot. It was great.
Yeah. Actually, went with Lawrence. We went together. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
Alessandra Ferry or Julie Kent?
Oh, that's hard. Julie Kent, though. Even though I love Alessandra Ferry, Julie Kent, she's special.
She really is. She tuned in for our interview on Friday with Esteban, and I was dying.
Oh, okay.
I was dying. Okay. What is your favorite ballet to watch?
To watch. It can be anything, like short, long. Oh, I think I have to say Onegin is, from the beginning to the end, it's just like there is nothing I would change in that ballet. Because there is always a ballet that I would be like, oh, that part. But I think Onegin is like watching a movie, really. I could watch it 3 times in a row.
I love it.
That's for the music and how like everything is really being choreographed, and the acting, it just makes so sense. Everything is yeah, see, my fave. Yeah, you see Lasha.
Okay, this is a rough one. Who is your favorite dance partner?
Oh, dance partner.
Yeah.
My favorite dance partner. I don't know.
Since we have at least a couple of your former dance partners around.
I know I have Lasha here. No, but I never had one partner that I was like, he's the one. Like, I always feel good when I find the connection. You know, so Lasha, yeah, for example, I found with a big connection with him, and in Stuttgart was like William Moore. I found a great connection with him, and I think just the person I get to connect is it like becomes automatically, you know, you can spend such a intimate time on stage, you know. It's like hard to explain. My boyfriend's like, but you have to pick one. Like, I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, I'm not that mean. That's okay. And I understand because they're all so different.
That was different, yeah. Like, you know.
It also depends on what you're dancing, probably.
Exactly. Like, it's like, for example, with Will, this partner I had in Stuttgart, it like stays here a lot because for both of us, we were kids and it was our first big role together. You know? So something happens that is like only you two knows, and going through this journey together, both young, it's like, you know, I couldn't say technically it's not about the technique, it's more about what you really, you know, find together, I think.
Okay, that was great. If you were not a ballet dancer, what would you like to be?
Okay, so I love to sing and act, so probably I would still be by Lasha, probably in the art. But like I said before, I do love animals, and I think I would love to just be a veterinarian, but like for wild animals, like go like to Africa and try and, you know, help those animals if they need care and stuff.
That's amazing. You're so adventurous. I love
Yeah,
that.
a little crazy and adventurous, but
I don't think
you know,
so.
it needs to be. Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
But yeah, probably it will be that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So, okay, since we're talking about adventures, mountains or beach?
Beach.
Oh, nice.
100% beach.
Okay. Lawrence is asking Miko's sugar plum or his pastoral. I think that's how you say it.
I knew it was coming, but I would definitely say sugar plum.
Tell me more about it.
Andrea in the mix too? What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, why don't you tell me a little bit more about sugar plum and pastoral?
Oh yeah, so in Boston, I remember my first year when I came, they told me we were doing like 48 or 50 nutcrackers.
Wow.
And there is this one dance that every soloist does, everyone does. It's pastoral, the marzipan, the famous marzipan.
Oh, I see.
That version is like so weird because it's so hard, and I used to find that much harder than like sugar plum. And I just remember because you had to be really like warm because it was hard, like you really had to be on top of it, but you know, at the same time it's like you're tired, and then you're like at the end of the third week, show number 20, I don't know, and you're like find yourself on stage tired, and you have to go through this little dance. And you know, it's funny because in Boston the version has little sheeps.
Like
you're dancing your soul out, you're like dying, like your calves are cramping, you're like dry here just like this, and people are just watching the little kids dancing. But you know, if you miss a period, like, you know, your director or someone's gonna be like blah blah blah. So that was really hard. And about the sugar plum fairy of Miko, it was always a nice version. It's just that Miko really likes everything fast, and I'm a very tall girl. So I remember, yeah, it was a little hard at first because he was trying to like give me like a tempo that maybe another dancer would do, but I'm like 10 times longer and taller, and so those are the memories from Boston. Let's say, like faster, 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 America.
I know, right? They always want everything faster. Balancing style.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, just to finish off. Oh, sorry, I think she is turning up. There you go. Just to finish off, what would you say is your life motto? Your life motto.
Oh my! I do have a motto that I love. Can I ask her?
Sure.
No, that's my boyfriend. No, that's my boyfriend. Oh. That's my boyfriend because he wants me to just be busy, so I don't like to talk to him.
Well, he's right there with you.
He's Italian. He's just like in the other room. I know, he's crazy. Anyway,
I love it.
What was the question?
What's your life motto?
Oh, my life model. Yeah, so I have one, and it's very simple, but it's less is more. I'm just, I just realize the older I get, how is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Like
How do you put
whatever
that
you
in
put,
practice?
yeah, more simple is like more, or just even how you how you act in life. Just like less is more. I think it's just, you know. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's amazing. Okay.
Don't you think?
I think, yeah, I love it. And I definitely resonate with that. And especially with all of these climate change things happening. And I totally agree with that, trying to reduce everything. And, it helps in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, uh, my motto is basta. Look at you learning some Spanish.
It's because I used to say it in Boston all the time. Because in Italy we say too, like basta, like stop. And
Right,
I
right.
remember with Laura, he always laughed so much. But actually, I have a lot of actually. Sorry, but
Yes,
remember when
yes.
we did the interview to Lawrence and you told about he told you about the bear when he fell. I was the
Mm-hmm.
mother in, so I saw everything live, and I just remember I thought I was gonna get fired because I was crying. I couldn't stop laughing because you just saw him rolling on the floor in this huge bear
Mm-hmm.
costume. Oh my
Hilarious.
god, it was
I want a video of that. That would be a great video
hilarious.
to show.
Oh my god, yeah, totally. You guys should come visit in Montreal.
I will love to, and I will take you up on that because I do definitely love Montreal, and Palace des Arts is beautiful. I love being there.
Yeah, yeah, we have beautiful studios, and it's it's great. Yeah.
I'm gonna put that as a highlight of Lauren's career. The bear role. Okay.
When he told me he's been doing it for 10 years, I could not believe it.
Hilarious. Well, everything
Yeah,
happens, everything can
yeah.
happen on stage. All right.
Mhm.
Before we finish, do you
Yes,
want to tell us, are you teaching any classes, doing any other interviews, or anything else that both of our audiences can tune into?
yes. Actually, I have a quite like schedule because tomorrow I'm taking I'm not teaching. I'm taking a class with a teacher who was a prima ballerina in Boston Ballet, and she's now teaching in Nashville. She's French, so I'm going with be with her on the Instagram. Then I have an interview tomorrow night with the cellist that would love to meet music with dance, which is very it could be very interesting. And I'm gonna post it on my Instagram.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because it's always very interesting the music and dance how it meets. And then on Tuesday I have another interview with an Italian lady. And then I do teach a lot of online classes. Actually, it's just most of the time I do it for Europe.
Right.
So it always has to be like around 10 a.m. for us and 11 a.m. But I'll probably get better and post it more. That's not true. But yeah, I think I should get better at posting that I'm doing it. Sometimes I just don't think about it. I just
Well, whatever you post will be there.
it's just now that I do love social media because, for example, right now it really helps us to be all connected in this situation. But sometimes I find it hard to be like on top of posting and this and that, and I know I should be better at it, but
Don't worry.
yeah.
I mean, there are people that are super good at it. There are other people that are not, but that doesn't matter.
Let's go, Raquel. Oh, hi. It was fun. There was so many people. I saw a lot of friends came.
That's great, and I love that. And just remember, I'll let you know when we post our interview on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And yeah, so you can share that and everyone can see it.
Yeah,
And
that was fun.
yeah, and I think thank you so much for being
No,
here
thank
today.
you. That was really fun, and you guys should come visit me when it's all over.
I definitely will take you up on that. I love Montreal, and yes, I love to see Lawrence. We haven't seen each other in like
That was
a
so
lot of years.
fun.
I don't want to say how many years.
Yeah. Wow. That's long.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, and I
Thank
hope to
you.
see
That
you
was so
soon.
fun.
I'm
Have a
glad
good
you had fun.
night, and see you.
I'll see you soon.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao, Lawrence. Ciao, my friend. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, friends. Thank you, everyone, for watching today. And like I said, we're going to post this interview on our YouTube channel very soon. And just remember to subscribe and hit the little bell button and all that thing. And join us for class this week. We have a full schedule, and we're adding an extra beginner ballet class, and we are adding point class. So thank you all. Bye, everyone. See you next time. Also, our lineup for next week is cool. So, bye.